Welcome back to the Erin Coupe podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Today's episode is for you, the you that you are right now and the you that you're growing into each and every day. As we approach the end of the year, I want to share my perspective on why I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I know it may go against the grain, but that's who I am. Doing things differently, doing things authentically, with ethics and values and morals at the forefront, and also trying to help us all understand how we can do things in a way that feel more fulfilling. So there's a reason why only 8% of people actually stick with their resolutions. I'm sure you've probably heard this before. There's a reason why gyms are overcrowded in January and then empty out by February. When you set a resolution, what you're actually telling yourself is that there's something about you that needs to be resolved or fixed. But here is the thing. You're not broken. You don't need fixing. You are a human being, and human beings can improve. Human beings can focus on themselves, but they can't be put back together. And so you don't need to start the year believing that you're not already enough. Too many people, myself included, have believed this in the past, that I'm not enough. And when you believe I'm not enough, what you're saying to yourself is that you're not worthy of improving yourself. You're not worthy of focusing on your goals. And so surely you're going to end up not sticking with those. So while there's always room for growth in anyone's life, no matter where you are or how much money you make or what your life looks like, setting resolutions from a place of lack only reinforces negative thinking. When we focus on what needs to be resolved, we're reinforcing this belief that we're not good enough just as we are now. Instead, I invite you to consider what needs to evolve, not be resolved. Think about how you can approach the coming year with a mindset of abundance and possibility. Looking back on what you could have or should have done or could have happened last year often only creates regret and stress and self-doubt. But this is your life, and your self-worth is yours to define. Your self-worth is not that of the job that you hold. It is not that of how much money you make. It is not that of where you live. It's yours to own. So let's reframe this. Why begin the new year thinking about who you're not or where you think you should be by now based on someone else's opinion? Let's start instead with where you are. Take a deep breath, ground yourself, and consider what can evolve from here. As you're sitting there with a mocktail or a glass of wine, and maybe it's today, a couple days after the Christmas holiday, or maybe it's just before the new year, I want you to think about, if things were different in your life, what would that feel like? What do you want to be different, and why? Do this from a place of heart within yourself, a place within you that you are truly connecting with you, not with someone else's perspective of where you should be, not with what society has told you you should have by now, but with what you actually feel. Know that real change requires you to take action, to commit to yourself, and to invest in your life. And most of all, you need to feel different about yourself in order to create lasting change. When I first began my journey of authenticity and self-discovery, I started by asking myself some uncomfortable questions. Why did I believe I had to please everyone to be accepted? Why did I think I needed to put myself last to deserve love or fulfillment or success? These beliefs were not really mine. They were conditioned by society and culture and the world I grew up in, but they weren't true to me. I want you to reflect on your own beliefs too. I encourage you to ask yourself these deep questions. Maybe even ask yourself some other deep questions that you've been thinking about or feeling that you need to ask yourself for a while. Journal about it and just start with, why do I believe this? Then from there, you can go a bit deeper. You can ask yourself if this belief is something you actually hold to be true for you, or if it's something that you were taught or told to believe. Our beliefs are not always our own, and they can keep us small. They can limit us, prevent us from pursuing our real dreams, and make us doubt the deeper purpose we know that we're here to live. So as we enter the new year, try a different approach. Instead of setting a resolution, choose a word. This isn't a new idea, but there's profound meaning to it that many don't fully understand. Choosing a word is about selecting an energy or a feeling that you want to create more of in your life. The reason you choose a word isn't just because it sounds good, but because it resonates with something within you. It's a word that you know you're capable of embodying, but maybe you haven't felt it fully or not as fully as you'd like. Maybe it's been missing from your life, or it's something that you know is yours to own and you're just not there with it yet. For example, last year, my word, as weird as this may sound, was expansive. I wanted to feel more expansion in my life, not just in my business, in my life. I wanted to be open to new possibilities and to grow beyond what I even imagined was possible. I made it a habit of reminding myself daily, especially during moments of meditation or self-reflection, I am expansive. I would say it 3 times a day. In the morning when I'd wake up, I'd say to myself, I am expansive. I am expansive. I am expansive. The power of 3, the power of these words carried me through my challenges and growth this whole year. And I have realized a lot of expansion. The first 6 months of the year, I'll admit it, I didn't really feel that connected with that word yet. But in these last several months, I have felt it tenfold. There's something magical about this practice. I encourage you to choose your word for this coming year and to say it to yourself each day multiple times. Say it 3 times when you wake up. Say it 3 times in moments of stress. Say it 3 times before you go to bed. And make sure that you repeat, I am, in front of your word. When you do that, you affirm to yourself that this quality already exists within you. You're not saying, I hope to be expansive, or I want expansion, or I'm trying to create expansion. You're saying, I am expansive. I am abundant. I am joyful. I am happy, etc. You get the gist. Real change is not about forcing yourself to be someone different. It's about connecting to who you already are at the deepest level. It may not transform everything overnight. Let's be real. But as you continue this as a practice or a ritual, you will start to see small shifts. You might find yourself making new choices, noticing new possibilities, or even feeling more grateful. And over time, these small shifts add up. They create momentum. Our ego is the one that often desires things that are superficial and that satisfy us temporarily. But when you focus on who you truly are and what you want from a place of heart and soul, your growth becomes a powerful, fulfilling journey. So as we step into the new year, I encourage you to think big, not from a place of ego and only from your head, but from the deeper soulful part of you. What is it you truly want to feel more of this coming year? Choose a word that represents this and then make it a part of your life. Make it a ritual, make it a practice. The challenge to you is to commit to your growth, commit to your fulfillment, and to creating your best self in a way that feels authentic and real to you. This is your journey and your life to live. I'm sending you all so much love and light in the coming year ahead. Know that you already are that word that you choose on that deep level. Your soul already knows it, and it's up to you to go out and actually create what that means to you. So go out there and live it. Remember, the meaning you seek, the answers you yearn for, they often lie within. I encourage you to follow me at erincoupe.com or AuthenticallyEC on Instagram. Subscribe now so you don't miss a step of our journey together. Until next time, manifest great things.